Any additional sort of emotions when you were getting ready to play Arizona for you, or obviously for the team it's a little bit different, but what about you?
I mean, I just think we've been in a lot of big games, so it's the rivalry always there's a little extra juice. I mean, the crowd is going to be what it is, and there's a lot of great things that go along with we're playing a program that has had the track record and the tradition and the success that Arizona's had. So it's always it's on the same level as when we had Kansas here in terms of just the magnitude of the game.
Everybody has their style. Sean has his. What are some of the keys to being successful against his teams?
I mean, they're they're going to be so well coached and very good position defenders. They're technically very sound on defense, and you can tell they work on it very hard. He's got a distinct style with how they defend and their ball screen coverages and being in the right position. And it's amazing watching them on film how good and effective they are at taking charges in the paint. So they really focus on protecting the paint.
Coach, you haven't had the chance to beat them yet, but how you guys have had some of these non-conference successes and recruiting successes, do you feel like your program is kind of narrowing the gap with them in that regard?
I mean, they're still an elite program, and they're having a very good year in a season when Sean lost so much, with guys going to the NBA and graduating. So it's he's done a fantastic job, just where they are and the wins that they've had this year and how hard his team competes. I don't get hung up in am I getting closer to being as good as someone else and that. I don't just try and focus on what we're doing here.
What is Tayshawn's stats?
Tayshawn's still in the final stages of the concussion protocol, and we're still not 100%. And when we know, we'll let you guys know.
What can we do a week like this where you just have one game and just one opponent to focus on? What does that do for you guys?
I just think it's an all-in type of game where you just and I think we did that anyway last week versus UCLA, but just watching a lot of film and we may finally see a team that plays man defense again, so that's going to be something different unless Sean decides to do something that we don't expect. So that's nice. We're actually looking forward to that. We've faced a lot of zone lately.
I mean, on that note, how good do you think you played against the zone last week in LA?
I don't mind it, to be honest. We got good sized, lengthy athletes, and your offensive rebounding improves a lot against zone, just with guys missing block out responsibility, and we got guys we can put in the high post that can attack. So I mean, I didn't particularly mind it. I thought we could have shot better against USC, and that would have helped us a little more against that defense. But overall, for the last several games, I think we've done okay with it.
Coach, on Lou, he shot 7 3-pointers against USC, and that's a lot. And he's your lowest percentage 3-point shooter. At some point, I know you give your guys free rein, but at some point, do you tell them to, the shots aren't falling, maybe defer a little bit?
Well, I mean, it's going to come down to the percentage of his shots that are three and the quality of the shot. And I think he's got to focus on what he does very well. And we had time to spend some individual time working on his shooting and early in the week, and we're hopeful with some minor tweaks that it might make a difference for him. But I'm certainly not telling him not to shoot, because he's if you could remember long enough back to the Nevada game and several others, I mean, he's making baskets from behind the line, and we're certainly we hope that his percentages will go up here in the final stages of the season.
Remy's had some really good stretches in recent weeks. How much of that is getting healthy with over the ankle and whatnot, and how much is just settling into what his role really is with this team?
I think it's a little bit of both, and he's really, he's got great pop in his legs, and he's having dunks in practice again. He had a great dunk at UCLA, and then so the physical part is one, and then just again understanding what we need out of him and his defense on the ball, and then getting guys involved. He's been his playmaking has been outstanding, and then he's also finding his opportunities on offense to help us score, because we definitely need his scoring punch.
No, you went to Elias because you were a man down, but did he earn himself maybe some extra opportunities here coming up?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna depend on the game and the situation. He's done a great job of just staying ready. It's not easy to play that many games without playing, and I'm not sure if he knew he was going to get his number called. And he had the one turnover, but right away he didn't allow that to affect him. He made a big three for us, and yeah, I mean, I'm gaining more confidence, but I think even more just how he's been practicing the last couple of weeks for me to even go to him, and it's a testament to how well he's been doing on the practice floor.
What do you find of Remy's development, kind of one of the team leaders this season, as opposed to last season where he's come off the bench, and still last season, but this season especially?
Yeah, I think Remy's always had great charisma, personality, and as a point guard, natural kind of leader out there on the floor. You have the basketball so much, you're making so many decisions. So yeah, we need his communication is outstanding. How he talks with his teammates, Zylan's another guy. So it's great to have guys like that are vocal, that lead when they're out on the floor.
Did you have to learn a little bit how to be a full-time starting point guard this year after coming off the bench last year?
We asked kind of Remy to be a spark last year when he came in, to really pressure the ball and push the basketball. And this year I think he's just taken another step in his development, and his role has gotten a little bit bigger, and he's I think the biggest changes that he's been making the last couple of weeks is just with his passing. I mean, he's got some great pass to Zylan in the USC game and Kamani in the UCLA game. He's really looking for his teammates in addition to finding his own scoring opportunities.